Guys, I recently did a testing run of doing ambush, but in tier 16 maps, and was very surprised by the results I've got. Now, we've all known that strongboxes are pretty good, but I've got an absolutely insane return on my investment that I absolutely didn't expect. I got over a divine and profit per map, while the cost was basically around 30 to 35 chaos orbs per map, so extremely high ROI. Strat is very fun to run, it's not rippy at all, so it's accessible to all builds, it's extremely profitable, and basically it's suitable for both beginners and veterans of this league alike, so check it out. So this is what the setup looks like. I've got city square maps to get sanctuaries, which were the most expensive tier 17s at the time of recording. I got 3 ambush scarabs, potency and discernment. So that's the cheap ambush setup that I'm going to be running. Basically, this is the atlas you're going to be using. We're going to take of course, the strongbox nodes over here. So we are going to take all of them. So we have more chance of spawning a diviners, cartographers, or arcanist strongbox. We're gonna also get the nodes that give it a chance to be duplicated. I'm gonna take Eta nodes as well, but you can take exile if you want. Gonna take all the nodes for explicit modifiers, some nodes for quantity as well, but they don't affect strongboxes that much, besides affecting the loot from the mobs that strongboxes spawn. So you can experiment with that a little bit. I'm also going to take the nodes that give it a chance for maps to become 1 tier higher. This affects the tier 16 to tier 17 conversion as far as I'm aware. So I'm taking those, and also taking the strongbox nodes here, taking the strongbox nodes here, taking some shrine nodes. You can also take these if your build can run shrines very well. My build suffers from like acceleration and stuff, so I just didn't take them. Overall, yeah, this is what the atlas looks like. And as for the crafting, we're gonna take the ambush as well on the map device as the crafting modifier. Alright, let's quickly go over the results I've got. So this is the cheaper ambush stash tab. I'm running a character with 13% magic find, so this is a pretty negligible amount, but that's what I tested it with. But you can expect pretty similar results, especially with ambush. So this is how it looks for the cheaper ambush. So it's a bit hard to parse without wealthy exile, but you can see I've got some sanctuaries, divine orbs, and Valdos. Let's go over to wealthy exile so we can see the actual numbers. Okay, this is what it looks like in wealthy exile for the cheaper ambush. So I've run 20 maps and I've got 25 divs back per map. It's a bit hard to estimate the cost, but it wasn't that much. So probably I've made around 15 divs of profit, even more so considering that the wealthy exile actually underprices sanctuaries. I've got 10 sanctuaries in 20 maps, so around 1 sanctuary per 2 maps on average, and I've got some divine orbs, Valdos, etc., some scarabs, some currency. One thing to consider is that this strat is a bit inconsistent at printing sanctuaries in my experience. Sometimes you get like 3-4 per map from a lucky cartography strongbox drop. Sometimes you don't get any. I think the first 5, 6, or 7 maps I ran actually got 0 sanctuaries. So this is something to take into consideration. Basically, this is strat number 12. So if you want to find the sheet, just go up to number 12, and I'll leave the link in the description as always as well. Now, so this is cheaper ambush. The price of div was 160C, and the costs were basically, well, I got 20 tier 16 maps. These were 8 mods, so I paid around 15C each. And then I've got ambush scarabs, so 3 per map, 1 of potency, 1 of discernment. This one is the more expensive one, and the total aggregate cost came out to about 6 divines to run 20 maps. I've got 29 divines back in this, so this revenue is 25 divs, as you can see in the wealthy exile, but then I also underpriced these sanctuaries, so I added 4 extra divs to account for the price. That is 1 div per sanctuary right now. So this is a very high amount of revenue relative to what it costs to run the maps. This is the profit I made, basically close to 23 divs of profit. And per map, this was over a div of profit, and assuming the time per map would be 2.5 minutes, For me, I could run this sometimes faster as well. The profit per hour you could expect is probably around 25 to 30 divs, but on slower clearing builds, this could be a bit slower. I have a very fast build, so take this into consideration. You can copy the sheet and adjust the numbers for your build. Maybe if your build runs at 4 minutes per map, that's fine. You'll expect a bit lower profit per hour, but the ROI per map, that is absolutely crazy, will stay the same for you, so take that into consideration. And yes, the ROI per map is definitely very high. It only costs 0.2 divs to run a map, and then you get basically 1.1 div back in profit. Absolutely crazy. The downside is you don't get much gold. I've got 500,000 gold. I run 20 maps, and the gold per map would be 25,000. So it's not very high, but this is about what you can expect from a regular 8 mod strat, so nothing surprising here either. The gold per hour would be about 600,000, so it's not terrible, not great either compared to gold farming strats. Overall, my thoughts is this is a very good strat for sure, probably one of the best tier 16 strats this league. Extremely high ROI, the cost is very low, it's fun to do. There's gamble potential as well because you have strong boxes, you can get expensive divination cards, etc. So it feels very fun to run for sure. It's not rippy, so a lot of builds can do this. The cons are the ambush can be very inconsistent. Don't do small batches. The first 7 maps I think I ran of this out of 20, I dropped 0 sanctuaries. So this can happen to you. Keep that in mind. Don't run only 5 maps, please. Run like a batch of 20, 30. The strat is cheap enough. Just save up, run a decent batch. Gold per hour can be a bit low as well since it's ambush. This is the same in tier 17 ambush as well, so that's expected. So my thoughts, really like this map if you're looking to get into tier 16 farming, or you're just looking for endgame farming strats. Maybe you're looking for something new. I definitely recommend this. So yeah, try it out, let me know what you think, or if you have some experience, leave it in the comments as well. And yeah, thanks for watching, see you later.